Obviously, the first three recommendations have to do with the pending action before the Supreme Court. As you know, only one individual has had the opportunity to go back before the Supreme Court to request a relook at the suspension, and that is Kathleen Kane. Since when the Supreme Court made the decision in September, she is the only one who has had the ability to ask for a re-examination of that. She did that on January 11th, the day before our hearing, and it is now pending before the Supreme Court. As you may know, I believe the briefs have already been submitted, and it is fully before the Supreme Court for a decision. But while it is pending, the committee decided that it would be inappropriate for the Senate to consider this action. So in the report, we make three very specific recommendations. We say, number one, while this King's Bench request is before the Supreme Court, that no action be taken by the Senate until the Supreme Court decides whether to take up the King's Bench matter. Secondly, if in fact the Supreme Court decides to, through King's Bench, take it up, that the Senate not take any action until they render a decision on this extraordinary request that has been made. And finally, we decide that if in fact the Supreme Court decides to take it up, and also the Supreme Court decides to reinstate her license, that nothing be done by the Senate because the matter before us would be fruitful. Finally, the last recommendation is that we believe that once those actions are taken by the Senate, either by the Supreme Court, either way, that the Senate should take up this matter. We believe through counsel that any senator from here on can ask this matter to be considered by the Senate. And rather than this drag on, we believe that we have compiled 3 months worth of testimony, 3 months worth of documents, 3 months worth of evidence, very exhaustive, and we believe that this matter should be decided either up or down by the full Senate after they have had an opportunity to review the documents. As part of the resolution, every senator will get a copy of the entire matter, including the transcripts of all of those documents.